So I was under the impression that every time you bought a watch, you have to lose at least $3,000. That's how I roll. That's how I understood watches. I bought a couple pieces from ADs, boutiques, and I was the kind of guy that thought, oh, freaking Seiko, $1,000 is a great deal. I mean, the cheap ones that they sell in the boutiques, or freaking Michael Kors for $500 is a great deal. Oh my God, what a deal! It's big loss. I mean, it was a big change of mindset and understanding how the thing worked. I had a Buloba, a Tag Heuer that I bought at a dealer, full MSRP, and I thought I had the deal of the life. I mean, pretty far from that. So I bought this Aqua Racer Quartz blue chrono. I bought it for like $3,000 at the AD. I was like, oh my God, I'm balling. I'm the best one. The thing was like I think $500 on eBay. Yeah. I was like, you still got $2,500 lost. Nice. But I thought that that's the way it worked. So I love the watches. I grew up, my dad he bought these Popular Mechanics magazines. Mm-hmm. So in those magazines, you had these advertising of watches. So, when you buy Popular Mechanics and you see the freaking Apollo article, and next thing you have an Omega ad, it's, when you're a kid, that's the deal, And then you have the Tag Heuer one, and then you have the Rolex, and you're like, wow, these watches, man. One day I want to buy one. But again, I thought it was unreachable. I thought it was hard to get there. I was like, I got to a point that I could afford them, and I start, buying those mid-entry level pieces that I thought it was a deal, but I was never being able to afford a $20,000-$30,000 watch out of nowhere. Right. So I got to that point. Right. But without losing money. So the first thing came through a Facebook ad, I think. Facebook ad or Google ad. And I was like, oh, this guy with the Lamborghinis, man, sounds kind of, the first thing you see when you see a Facebook ad, you get like, you start thinking wrong things, which that's 90% of the people think that, right? So that's why you try to reach out to somebody that done it before and somebody that is real. So that's why I reached out to Parker, because I saw his name on the names. So I reached out to him, hey buddy, what's going on here? And he was like, oh man, yeah, let me give you a call. We start talking, and the guy just told me, hey, I'm doing this. Back then, he was doing it full time too back then. And this guy was wearing Rolexes and nice pieces and, making a ton of money, enjoying these pieces and playing golf all day long. I was like, wow, I want to be like that. I have a full-time job. I'm a branch manager for a utility equipment company. I'm a warehouse supervisor, parts manager, we're a branch manager. I run the whole deal. I got transferred from Florida to Texas, so that's where I live now. So I love it. And the beautiful thing that I love my job full-time, that I have to enjoy beautiful timepieces in a daily basis, make money, meet people, and help other people to try to buy their first piece. Yeah. I've done it before. It's a beautiful experience. Yeah, so cool. I just recently helped a good friend of mine to buy his first Tag Heuer. He showed me a quartz for like $2,000, and I was like, that's the wrong piece. Let's do it in this way. Let me make some calls. Right. So I hooked him up. They gave him like 40%, 30% discount from the purchase. He bought an automatic piece. So if he sells at cost, he breaks even, and he enjoyed a beautiful piece. Now, it's been a big change in the mindset. Just not with watches, with investments, with cars, with things that you purchase on a daily basis. It's been an eye-opening experience. I mean, I don't regret anything since I opened that ad. I mean, it's been a life-changing for me and my family, because to be able to provide and my wife be at home, raising my newborn, it's it's a dream thing, So the first thing I had to do that was during the COVID pandemic. So, I think she lost her job. I don't know what's the deal. But I had to step up the watch game back then, because I was just buying them for fun, And I was like, well, I have to figure out a way to buy watches and make it work, because, she won't be working, right? And then we became pregnant a little bit after that, and we decided to move to Texas. Back then, when I moved to Texas, I already had a good clientele. I had good watches. I started my Chrono 24 dealer. I started my eBay store, everything LLC formal deal. So it was a big step for me, but at the same time, doing it in this way, I was able to cover her income completely and enjoy these pieces.
Okay.
So it was a two bird kind of deal. Yeah, it's one stone. With one stone, I kill both birds, and she can be at home with her kid. I mean, it's a blessing. If I didn't have the watch income, it would be a kind of more rougher situation, I would say, because even if you make a lot of money, kids are expensive. Just the doctor bill is a lot of money. So the fact that my wife can do that right now, and when she decides to go back to work, that's fine. That's perfectly. It will come right away. I hope so. But with watches, I can pay all the bills. So it gives you a more relaxed style of living. I mean, it's a change. It's a beautiful change. And I never thought you could do something like this. I always thought, you get these stories and then you read online and you're like, that's kind of oddball, until somebody tells you, hey, it is what it is, man. That's how it goes. When you get these magazines of high-end watches, like these high-end timepieces, you see markups, amateur piece of $150,000, $200,000, $300,000, and you're like, wow, how the heck they can afford that? It's a lot of money, right? In a watch, and some people do. There's a lot of money in the world. It's just you need to understand what it takes to be there. It's the whole mindset changing again. So I found these briquettes. That was a good one. I love to give this example. So I found a briquette, and one of the briquettes is a high-end watch. They created Edward Briquette, I think. He created the Trivium movement. He did a lot of changes in the high-end horology world. Created a bunch of complications. So I saw this oddball watch listed on eBay. Guy wanted like $20,000. We start talking. I took it down to around 8,000 or 10,000. I'm not sure. So that watch sold for around $16,000 or $17,000. So I wore a tourbillon, $100,000 watch, plus make $7,000. I mean, I look at my wrist and I was like, holy smokes, this is beautiful. And after that, I created good connections with dealers up north, and that's a whole different story. Right. But it was an eye-opening experience, Probably my wife was making like $40,000 or something a year, or $50,000, and with a couple watches, I could cover her income from home, meet cool people. I was like, it's something crazy.
Yeah.
You tell that to somebody and they won't believe it.
Right.
Until you experience it and you do it and you tell them it's true. There's thousands, even millions of watches that there's plenty of money to be made. Dude, I mean, and the seller that sold it for me, he got his money right away. He didn't got that bad. Well, he did. But the story here is he got his money real quick, and he thought the piece was worth less because nobody wanted to buy it.
Right.
It was a weird complication,
right.
36 millimeters, small piece. Yeah. Everybody was like, yeah, I'm not buying that.
Right.
Everybody told me stay away. Yeah. So my business is stay away. I am in. You don't like it, I like it. So awesome. Yeah, I love that. You're on the fence. I will tell you, become more educated. Invest in your watches, education. So even if you don't want to be a dealer, which is understandable, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of pressure to make everybody happy. Customer, seller, buyer, you name it. You have to be a stand-up person. This is not for quick money. Far from that. It's not like, oh yeah, go here and I make $10,000. It doesn't work like that. You have to invest in education. You have to know people. You have to do a lot of stuff. But if you don't want to do that, you just want to buy nice watches, buy them right so you don't lose money. If you buy it right, you can enjoy a beautiful timepiece and not lose money. Right now I'm wearing a 1965 Speedmaster 105.012 reference. It's very unique. There's like 5 or 7 listed in the world. There are not that many. And I have to enjoy it and make money. And just look at this. It's gorgeous, you know. So that's an example of how it goes, you know. The first thing you can do, you can go to our Instagram account, loom-watch. It's I have an assistant that he will take care of you. He will talk to you, explain you the details. You can reach out to me, Luis Watch Collector. It's my Instagram, my personal Instagram. If you're on the fence of, or you want to buy a nice piece and not to lose you don't lose money, right? Here to help. We are on Chrono 24 also. Loom-watch. You can find us there. eBay. We're in a store since 2020, I think. But we have references since 2017 of doing businesses. So, you know, we have plenty of references on forums, Facebook, you name it. Everything is flawless. You know, if you're not happy 100% dealing with me, we will help you out. You know, we will take care of you. So.